something actually. So guys, welcome to another Zoom session. Hopefully we get to do this in the next 20 minutes because I have a class with some of our students later. So straight to our disclaimer. So once again, this is a FiftiGlobal Zoom presentation, and the presentation is for educational purposes only. Trading in the Forex market involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Once again, we are NITA accredited. That means we've been certified, we've been vetted and certified to offer training on trading, which is actually, so far, I think we're the only ones in Kenya, because before COVID, we were the only ones. So, I mean, our trainers have been certified to offer training on Forex trading. So straight to what really matters right now, because let's go to our charts and see how the trades are playing out, because we have this pending trade on NZD/USD. So how did we come about this trade? This trade, we covered it yesterday, right? So because let's see how we have a live WhatsApp analysis group, and this was shared yesterday. As you can see yesterday, that was the pending order on NZD/USD. Basically, we were looking at opportunities to short NZD/USD at 67.50 with a stop loss at 67.70. Let that be clear, vizuri. And that was basically the analysis, because we're looking at that. Yeah, and so we had the whole thing, and this trade, I remember I shared the Nini yesterday, the outlook yesterday. So this is basically those guys who don't know what our live trading is all about. This is what happens in our live trading group. This is where we share this. Like for example, this one you will see where reason for entry on ZD/USD explained here yesterday, which was shared the Zoom. Those guys in our Telegram don't have access to this, but those guys, all these Zoom sessions are normally recorded, and that's where you have them. They are posted in our live WhatsApp group. Yeah, and that's how that played out. Yeah. So like I said, today I'll be announcing in the Zoom session today. I'll be announcing where we have the take profit targets. So let's go. So for guys, before joining this, we'll want to look at that. I will want to look at how to join this live trading. Jiga, naona Gracie anasema she's in the waiting room, huh?
Yeah, it says joining, but I don't know why she's not yet in.
Oh, okay, sawa. So basically, if you want to join that live WhatsApp group, this is how you do. This is what you do. Go to that number 0718685210. Call that number. You'll be given the terms and conditions, and probably you will have a chance to join us. So that's about it. So you guys, you've seen the analysis we had on NZD/USD, and I explained yesterday. Those were in our Zoom session. Basically, but I'll have a recap. I just do that recap and see why the analysis was that way. So basically, this trade was taken from that weekly chart. We were looking at this trade coming to target that. I remember nilikuwa nawachorea kakitu hapa yesterday on the same. Remember, those who are new, this is phone trading. I do all my analysis and trading via phone purely. I even forgot how to use the laptop MT4. So that was the entry. We were looking at this trade to come and retest this area, right? So this was the area we are looking at. This candle from December last year. This is the candle we were looking at, and as you can see, the trade did come to that. H4 has a better outlook on it. As you can see, that was the outlook from yesterday. This arrow that has in a bend even. So we were looking for that entry at 67.50. I'll show you other entries. I had better entries at 67.52 on another account. Yeah, so that's about it. And basically it was based on that high. Also, there was another outlook we were looking at on the monthly. If you look at the monthly, we have an EMA, 50 EMA, which is also part of dynamic. Here it will be acting as dynamic resistance. We were looking at each NZD USD hitting that 50 EMA and now giving us a possible short. That's the possible short we are looking at as per the arrow. So like we said yesterday, we are targeting to hit 250 pips. So this one will be a swing trade, yeah? So take profit one, as you can see here, we are targeting initial 50 pips. The other one will be targeting 100 pips, right, at this low. We are this low, that's why we are looking at. And also now we are looking at now 250 pips at this low also, right? So those are the areas we're looking at on NZD USD. So for the record, this is a live trading scenario. So now you guys will see the spread on this broker is not favorable. If you're to be honest, yeah. So now with such a spread, then yeah, you'll expect such kind of things. So that's the outlook. So if you look at the pips, tuangalie take profit one 6,700, 50 pips. Take profit two 6,600, which is 100 pips. And then the final trade, we're looking at take profit 6,500, which is 250 pips away. So that is a position we are looking at, and you can see at some. Remember yesterday I talked about adjusting stop losses to 50 pips target. As you can see, 6,800. Yeah, that's something I pointed out, Jana. So why am I looking at that? Let's go to fundamentals, and as you can see, you've seen like in our. Let's go back to our WhatsApp live trading group. You'll see, guys, we've been talking about FOMC, right? Here we have FOMC at 2100 hours Kenyan time. Kenyan time is GMT +3. So if you're in another country, convert that to your time zone. Yeah. So that's what we are looking at, because it's high volatile. We all know FOMC is basically the US government would be sharing something on the dollar. So let's look at fundamentals. That's where you go to app and the Google Play if you're using Android, Apple Store if you're using your iPhone, and get yourself this app. It's good for your fundamentals to look at economic calendar to understand what's happening. So this is what we are looking at, FOMC, 3 hours and 41 minutes time from now. So actually with time, if that trade continues dropping, I'll have to move my my stop loss at break even, because I anticipate FOMC to be kind of volatile. And then let's first look at that. We have FOMC first, and then tomorrow, look at that. We have GDP news on the NZD USD and the Kiwi, right? New Zealand, they'll be announcing this. As you can see, it's a high volatile news also, would potentially affect the Kiwi. So if you look at such fundamentals, then you really now want to be really careful in protecting your profits. Remember, we use a stop loss not just to protect the losses, but also protect your profit. So this is a trade I'm really looking forward to protecting in terms of moving my stop loss in profit later, right? Because as it drops, then we are looking at those opportunities to book profits. But if not, then protect the stop loss. But for now, let it breathe. We are letting this trade, we'll let this trade breathe, because I anticipate that take profit one to at least be hit. Yeah, that will be my projection. But once again, things could go another way. But ours is to just wait for the market to prove us right or wrong. So that's what we are looking at, yeah, on NZD-USD. Remember, we've been talking about to being patient on trades. Yeah, you really don't have to look for CV trades all over. You know, trying to be on all trades. No, if you are day trading, like I've been saying this, then day trading doesn't mean you trade every day. It only means you show up, look at your charts, analyze your pairs, come up with your trading plan. Then if there's a trade that's in line with your trading plan and based on your confluences, the things you look at before you go into a trade, if you see them in a certain pair, by all means go in. If you don't, walk away. There'll always be trading opportunities available, so you don't have to force trades, because that's when you become an emotional trader. You'd rather be a boring trader where like you only wait for setups that will come in, rather than you become an emotional trader where like you're chasing trades without even that don't follow your trading plan. So basically it's all about discipline. Develop a certain discipline moving forward as you work your way out, as you work your way in the business. That's the only thing that will keep you by there, because if you keep jumping from trade one to trade two to trade C, then you'll lose it. You'll lose it. So this I really wanted to point this actually on the discipline, right? You can have all your rules, you know, like I've said, you don't chase trades, but now that's why you've always had trading is more psychological, right? 70, some will put it at 70, 60%, 80% trading psychology, right? Your ability to be patient and disciplined. So I always say that you could publish trading rules in the newspaper and no one would follow them. The key is consistency and discipline. This is Richard Dawkins who said this, yeah? So if you look at this quote, then it will give you something to think about, yeah? Because in so many cases in trading, you realize you have your trading plan, you have your rules, but you don't follow them. You suffer from FOMO, fear of missing out. For example, if you're looking at NZD-USD, then there are people probably who are still not in, because they're looking at, hey, does this, you know, does it line up with your trading plan? It's up to you. But if you end up chasing it, well, it's up to you at the same time. So follow your trading plan. That's the only thing that having a trading plan will give you an edge. It's one of the things we've been talking about. Have an edge. What gives you an upper hand, right? Because don't be wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are times even the best setup will fail. They do fail. The best setups, and your rules, if you look at your trading journal, if you look at your trades for the past, let's say 10 screenshots, let's say you have a flashcard, yeah, which is a collection of your past trades. Yeah, if you look at them, then it gives you a high probability trade, and you realize they've been working. And this time round, things go wrong, and they do not work. So once again, goes back to what we've been singing and trying to sing. Risk management is the only holy grail of trading. Yeah? So remember to put that into your mind as you trade pole. Also, high catching them sniper entries. You really don't have to catch up on this one. I covered yesterday, right? Which was actually something we covered yesterday on having not to catch all your M's and W's. So you can always catch them in the middle. That's up to you. If you follow in a trading plan, like for example, let me draw something up over here, and I think we've done this before. Let me stop sharing this and cover something that you guys we've done. Yeah. Stop sharing. Let me go to Kabairo. There's a Kabairo somewhere over here that we can use. My whiteboard. I hope everyone can see my whiteboard. Nimeona Gracie. Gracie, in the room, finally.
Yeah, network issues, but I'm finally in.
Awesome, awesome. So this is the cycle we're looking at on NZD-USD. So we have that. We have that. So NZD-USD has formed an M that is not complete, if you guys will have noticed. So you can have that. They'll come for a retest. They'll come, and that is something. That's a probable setup we are looking at on NZD-USD. So based on that point, we are talking about catching in the middle. You could catch them on these retests, right? When they come for these retests, you know, those are areas you can look at. Yeah. So moving forward, we really don't be so caught up in sniper entries if you're not experienced by there. So because for me, like I love having good entries because of drawdown. Like I pointed out yesterday, I believe all of us are in this business because you're looking at the long term. Your end game probably is to manage some funds one day, right? In Kenya, you'll have to be licensed by Capital Markets Authority. So if you're doing that, then an investor will come to you and ask you, what's your drawdown? Give me your drawdown. If you have a drawdown of more than 50%, an investor who knows what he's doing will most probably be skeptical of investing with you, right? But if you're having a drawdown of, let's say, 10, 5%, 15%, that's logical, right? Because that means you're looking at the underbelly. That means also you're trading Ecopoa, like you're able to anticipate moves pretty well. And this is something, if you've an experience with the prop firms, for example, like guys, I've told you I'm trading for a prop firm, and prop firms, if you hit a drawdown of 10%, you're out, right? You're kicked out by the. Depends on, there are some who are given a leeway of even 15%, others 5% by the. So you really, this is where like good entries will help you out in terms of surviving. Yeah? So that's what I really wanted to cover on NZD-USD. That's the potential thing. Now, we have news. We've talked about FOMC, and we've seen we have NZD-USD also news. So we've seen we have this M on NZD-USD, right? There's now another potential of having this M on NZD-USD due to news. They could spike up, right? They could spike above that zone, which is this high, right? They could end up going up above that and drop. So basically this move will be to cause damage, yeah? Which is why nimewambia, I've said, like, we'll move my stop losses as we go into FOMC to protect my profit, because I anticipate such a scenario to happen, right? Because it's high volatile news, FOMC. If not that, then NZD-USD later at night, Asian session. I need to have a good night's sleep. So that means I'll have to protect my take profit with a stop loss, right? So this is a potential setup we could see on NZD-USD. If they spike that, then we could have an entry tomorrow. And if it comes back now to this area, we could re-enter on NZD-USD after it's done the damage, because this damage will achieve two things. Take out stop loss of those guys who will be short, like us. Right now, we are short right now, right, on NZD-USD. So this move during FOMC could take out our stop loss, because our stop losses are somewhere around here, right? So they could take out our stop losses, right? Also, they could trap guys into thinking now it's a bullish trend. So some guys will go in bullish and they'll have their stop losses somewhere around here. So the market will come up and then reverse. Sorry, if they are bullish, their stop losses will be down here. So if this move, if this, let me delete this. Let me explain vizuri. So right, so if they do that move, basically if they trap bullish guys, bullish guys will be wanting to go bull, will probably go there and they'll have their stop losses somewhere around here, right? So they will want to achieve two objectives: take out stop losses of these guys who are short earlier, who are we are coming in, and then guys who will go long later, thinking that the trend is long, and they'll also be stopped out. So those are two possible possible scenarios I'm looking at. Also, we could see this other move on NZD-USD also. So tomorrow we'll review all this and see what happened. Yeah. So there's also now the possibility of NZD-USD forming an equal M, right? So those are possible possible scenarios we are looking at. Your work as a trader when you're getting into a trade is to look at possible scenarios, and that's how you're able to protect yourself in this business. So that's what I'm looking at in NZD-USD. So our work now, due to news, is to wait and see whether that will be invalidated or not. So let's go back to our charts. So that's possible. That's the outlook we are having, huh? And we really need to look at that. So as you can see, your double top now ambia ni where that stop loss is. So NZ, they could decide to come to this form, this equal M, right? Where there's a possibility of them, or they could spike up to where that stop loss is. To prevent that, I'm moving my stop loss. We are currently how many pips in profit? We are 14 pips in profit on this trade. So as we move forward, as this trade pans out, I anticipate them to hit take profit one, hopefully by FOMC. But if not, I'll have moved my stop loss in profit, right? So I'm doing this because we have a class with our students in the next few minutes. So by 6, I'm having a class with our students. So I may not be able to update you guys who are on WhatsApp. So after that, so guys, be watchful on your trades because FOMC news ya kuchezea, right? They do spikes. Yeah? The essence of some market makers will take advantage of this news to spike areas of liquidity. Areas of liquidity is where we have our stop losses, where we have trapped volumes, blah, blah, blah. So those are areas we're looking at. Yeah. So let's our work is to have that outlook and wait and see. So yeah, that's the trade we had. I'm not even looking at another pair. I'm just looking at NZD-USD, and I can see also Euro-USD has in a drop vizuri. Actually, this is where like at times I hate trading Asian pairs. They're kind of slow, because now I look at if we were, because this was not part of my plan, because remember yesterday I said I want Euro-USD to rise up to 1910. Right? If you guys can remember, attend your arrow. That was from yesterday. I really wanted NZD-USD to rise up to 1910. As you can see, it hasn't. That's why I've not taken that Euro-USD trade. And you can see it's dropped quite some good pips. So I was talking about the moves. If you look at Euro-USD, good moves. Look at how sluggish NZD-USD is. But in a dilly-dally too. Let's look at the cousin. At least AUD-USD goes pretty well. Also, these are also lines. Go back to our Zoom sessions. You'll see these lines. I drew jana zilikuwa bado. They've retested those lines again. But once again, it was not on my site. I was looking more at NZD-USD. That's the pair. This is the discipline we've talked about here in terms of following your trading rules. Yeah? This is key. If you really want that consistency in this business, don't be diverted. Focus. Like follow one. If your eyes are on and be like an eagle. Like if you look at our logo, your logo, manze, it's an eagle. So focus just like an eagle. It's never distracted. So if you point out today you're doing NZD-USD, go for that. If you point out you're doing GBP-USD, go for that. Yeah. So it gives you a certain feeling once you've achieved that, and you're able to review your trades, whether loss or profit, review your trades and see whether they played out. Also, there's something I want to point out in this Zoom session. We have our training partner, FiftiGlobal College. You guys can check out their Facebook page. You will see this. They've posted these forex trading classes. It's open to all learning forex traders, both beginners and advanced. So those are the contacts, and basically this is where like you get your admission forms, They're the guys who facilitate everything. Us at 50Global, our work is to come in and just, hit you up on what trading is all about. So anytime you contact them, they'll assign you to the classes na kadhalika. So yeah, basically these are some of the things I wanted to cover, but we've already covered that. So let's wait. There's nothing else, guys. Let's wait for NZD/USD to play out as per the outlook. Iki hit take profit, the 50 pips we're looking at, well and good. If not, well and good. But one thing is for sure, I'm moving my stop losses in profit later. Right, in the next, before FOMC, let's say 1 hour to FOMC, I'll have moved my stop losses in profit. Yeah, that's the projection I'm looking at, because I really want to cover my protect my capital basically. Yeah. So not unless kuna swali, I would really want to close this up because I have to get somewhere and come back, because like I've said, we have a class with our students, 2 hours class from 6 to 8. Yeah, so anyone with a question, probably on that trade? Anyone?
No, I don't have.
So, Mercy, is this Mercy our student? I'm another Mercy. I see a Mercy here. You come and you're a student. Mercy Wamboy? Okay. So guys, kama uliingia hiyo trade, that trade was shared from yesterday, and I remember I updated you guys. Recap on what we do on our live trading. Basically, this is the group that maybe you would want to come in, right? So remember at 11, I had already told guys, look out for this pending order, and I said we're headed to the strike zone, right? So, and the reason for the entry was shared in yesterday's Zoom session, which is normally available after this Zoom session. We have it posted there. Yeah, and the trade was activated. Updates were updated. The trade has been activated, and yeah. So that's basically what we were really looking at. Huh? So if there's no question, guys, Jiga. If there's no question from the team,
Yeah,
then
okay.
We can close it up. Guys, have a good evening.
Okay,
Enjoy.
thanks,
Let's see how the trade plays out. Be careful of FOMC. Protect your profits. Cheers, guys. See you tomorrow.